Let's take a shot at constructing this meeting table here, the curved thing underneath the curved piece of ceiling cloud that we made. So actually we can use the shape of the ceiling cloud to help us construct the table surface. So let's go ahead and bounce out to Revit. And I'm going to open up the ceiling plan of the mezzanine. And there's that front face of that ceiling cloud. I'm going to double click into that and I'm going to copy that front line. We can use that to be the edge of the front of our counter. So I'll just cancel out of this because we're really not going to edit, and I'll close this view off. And we'll go ahead and open up a new family. And this will be another floor-based family element, generic. So I'm looking for floor-based. We'll open that. And I'm going to make an extrusion. And I'll paste that item right in. So we have that curve. And then I'll move it into position here. Let's just put it in that center point. And we'll make our countertop, let's say 3 feet wide. So we'll use our offset tool. If I can find it here, I guess I have to, I don't know what we've got. There we go. Pasted element. I needed to finish pasting it, I guess. We'll do offset, and we'll set that for 3 feet, and I'll push it onto that side. The cloud went with lines straight on the edges, but it seems like it would look a little nicer if they were doing what I'm showing here right now. And it looks like I didn't quite connect that properly. Okay, so before we finish off the extrusion, let's take a look at what the numbers are set for. We probably want the countertop height to be probably about 42. That's kind of a good height for a standing countertop. And that's 3'6". So we'll make this, we'll make that countertop, let's say 4 inches. So we'll make it, this will be 3'2". Whoops. 3'2". And we'll click that finished. And we go ahead and look at that from the front view. And now we need some legs to support that. So let's actually go to the right hand view and think about what we want to do there. What we want to make is a kind of a trestle leg, or a framed leg, like a welded steel frame. So we'll do an extrusion again. And I don't know exactly where that front surface is, but we'll, we can just take a little start with that being at that edge. We'll move that later on. And we'll make this, we want our 3'10". We really want to set our width. That's 3 foot wide, so 1'10" isn't actually a bad dimension. And then what we want to do is kind of hollow that out to make an extrusion of it. At least that's the way I'm proposing it right now. So we'll use our offset tool. And let's say we offset it by 2 inches. And then I just need to join these. And before we complete off of that, let's just look at how much we're going to extrude it. So we want our extrusion, let's say we want it to be 4 inches. So we'll start at 0. Oops. 4 inches, and we'll start at 0. And we'll apply that. Complete that. Now let's look at that again from the top view. And we'll move it into position. And that's constrained. So what I'll actually do is, I'll do this kind of a hack. I'm going to just unconstrain it. And then I'll delete this one. And then we'll move this one back into position, because now I can precisely position it. Okay, so that's the center one. And now we just need ones on either side. So once again, I'll do a copy. I'll move it over. Well, actually, I'll place it right here so we can actually rotate it first. And I'll place the center line of rotation at that top corner. And we'll just line it up so it's on the right angle here. And I had the copy command set, so I'm just going to delete this one. And we'll go ahead and move this one into position. Oops. Sorry, I'm a little out of sequence with selecting this. There we go. And we'll do a mirror for that. And we'll look at this from a 3D view, see what we've got. Looks pretty good. So once again, I'll go back to the, well, actually the only thing we need left to do is really give this kind of a materiality, I think. So let's go and open up our material palette. And I think I gave that a wood covering or a wood texture. So let's create a new wood. So I'm going to go to create, right away rename it. Countertop wood. And let's open our library and see what we can find here. Go to the appearance and look for wood. And I'm just going to select a birch. It's a nice light colored wood. I thought I selected it. I don't see it flipped over yet. Let's try that again. There we go. And we're okay with that. We're okay with that. Hold on, lost my screen. Okay, so before we forget, let's just save it with a name. And we'll go ahead and load that into the project. And obviously we don't want to load it into the monitor. And then we're ready to place that. And so let's see what that looks like. Let's see if we have a 3D view here that'll show that. And there we go. We have our table in place. So we need to add some stools and a few other features and some monitors. We'll pick that up. I have the stool available for download, so you can go ahead and just grab that. It's on the website, and place those stools.